What's up, everybody? Tasha checking in with another video. How y'all living? How y'all feeling? We about to get into this case about Afroman. Okay, so in case y'all have not heard of it, I'm going to educate y'all and give y'all a little bit of info on who Afroman is, what this case is about, and how we got to the victory. We're going to hear the song, all types of goodies we got in this live. Okay, so if you have not done so already, go ahead and subscribe to this channel. Okay, like it and comment in the comment section your thoughts after viewing this live, or if you're in the replay gang, shout out to y'all. Let me know what y'all think. Okay, so we about to get into this because this case is quite interesting. However, Afro Man came out and spoke after his victory on the Roland Martin show, and because he did said thing, it almost cost him a comeback with one question that was asked by Roland Martin's panel. Okay, so let me give y'all some background before we get into watching how he spoke out on Roland Martin. Okay, all right, y'all. So I'm going to share my screen and I'm going to read to y'all. I'm going to read to y'all. Let me see if I can go bigger. Okay, I'm going to read to y'all what this article is saying. Okay, so it says rapper Afroman wins lawsuit against Ohio police over mocking their raid of his home. So just to give y'all the info, the background. Okay, so what happened was back in 2022, and it's probably going to say it in this article, but I'm just going to give y'all the clip notes versions. Okay, so back in 2022, Ohio police got a tip. Okay, they got a tip. Let me see. Can I scroll down over here? Oh no, I may have to go out. Okay. They got a tip that Afroman had narcotics in his house and he had people he was holding hostage and kidnapping. Okay. So when the police got wind of this, they didn't think, let's clarify this. How do you know this is true or nothing? They just took this lady's word for it, right? Because supposedly she wanted to get out on good behavior. She was locked up already or something had happened, right? So they took her word for it. So they went when he wasn't home, his family wasn't there, and they kicked in his door and raided his house, right? Now, this is Afroman. Now, in case y'all don't know who it is, I'm going to tell y'all who Afroman is. So they kicked in his door, raided the house, right? And offered this tip that this person had given them. Now, the person had got their award from the police, but then the police went and did their thing. So when they kicked in the house, they were looking through his house and everything like that. Okay. They didn't find any kidnapped victims. They didn't find any narcotics, right? Okay, so that is the base of it. So Afroman went, instead of suing the police department, instead of doing something crazy that most people might have done, right? He went and recorded diss tracks against the police. Now, he recorded like 4 or 5 of them. Y'all can go look it up on YouTube. They are there, okay? And these videos, I think the one I'm gonna play y'all is the funniest one. However, and it's catchy too. However, he did several of them, some of them a little vulgar, and I was like, oh, I'm not going to play that on my channel. But the police got mad because of his diss tracks and sued him. So 7 of these people sued him. So after telling y'all the background, I am going to read y'all this article. So that's the Cliff Notes version. Let's get into the article. Okay, so it says Grammy nominated rapper Afroman won a defamation lawsuit filed by 7 Ohio sheriff deputies. Okay, hold on one second. Let me give y'all the full screen for this. Okay, so it says that the Grammy nominated, and I didn't even know he was Grammy nominated, but I'm gonna tell y'all what song he was. Afroman won. So he won the defamation of lawsuit filed by 7 Ohio sheriff deputies who sued him over music videos in which he used home security footage to mock their raid on his home. So in his videos, he used his own footage. It's not like he went and got footage from somewhere or whatever. He used his own footage to make these videos and mock them, right? Dissing them. And dissing has been going on for a long time. So I don't know why these deputies got in their feelings about a music video, right? Because police have been called way worse. So I don't know why they were tripping. So anyway, the article goes on to say it's not only for artists, it's for Americans. The 51-year-old rapper born Joseph Foreman told CBS News after winning the case, we had freedom of speech. They did me wrong and sued me because I am talking about it. It's for the people, by the people, he said. So when the people can't use their freedom of speech, bring up the problem, address the problem, take care of the problem, then the problem never gets solved. The case tested the limits of parody and license artists can take in social commentary directed at public figures. So they said he kind of went a little on edge with doing parody and poking fun basically, right? I don't think he did because I saw the videos and one of them was kind of raunchy, but I don't think all of them was over the top. Okay. The deputies collectively sought nearly 4 million in damages. These police wanted $4 million in damages because of what he said. Now, not to mention, he could have countersued them because they went in his house, they raided the house, they didn't find nothing, they messed his door up, they disconnected his camera. Okay, so how about he could have went and filed some damages too? The article goes on and says, no reasonable person would expect a police officer not to be criticized. They've been called names before. Defense lawyer David Osborne said, same thing I'm thinking, right? In a closing argument for the rapper comedian known for his breakout 2000 hit Because I Got High. So that is who Afroman is. Y'all remember the song, I was gonna go to work, but then I got high. I was gonna do this, but then I got high. Because I got high, because I got high. That song that came out back in 2000. I didn't even know it was nominated for a Grammy, but it was a pretty big deal at the time. I remember that song. So the article goes on and says the Adams County deputy said they were publicly harassed over the viral videos, which was viewed more than 3 million times on YouTube. And I'm going to show y'all the video. The videos show rifle wielding deputies busting down Afroman's doors, searching his shoes and suit pockets, and hungrily eyeing a cake on the kitchen table, inspired one of his songs, Lemon Pound Cake. That's the one we're going to watch. In other music videos, Afroman took aim at the deputies' personal lives and called them crooked cops because of $400 that went missing in the raid. And they did. They showed it on the raid that they had found $400 in his house. They took the money. He never got the money back. He said that on the Roland Martin interview. Police officers shouldn't be stealing civilians' money, the rapper testified this week. The whole thing is an outrage. In court, he wore this red, white, and blue American flag suit. He defended his work on the First Amendment grounds, said he issued diss tracks to cover damages for the raid, including a broken gate and front door. Okay. All right, y'all. So that's the article. That is the article. Hold on, y'all. So that's the article. And I just gave y'all the gist of the article. So that is what happened in this case. Now, y'all may be wondering what video had these police officers so messed up. I'm about to show y'all said video that had them so messed up. Okay. So I'm going to the video was funny to me. And I'm about to show y'all this video. Okay, so let me share my screen. We about to get into the Lemon Pound Cake official video of Afroman. Okay, now I don't think I have to say any disclaimers or anything like that because I don't believe he's copyrighted and did all that yet. I think he wants this thing. It's already went viral, so I think he wants to capitalize off of it. And listen, don't get me wrong. he is going to capitalize off of it and make a bag if he hasn't done so already, because people have been viewing these videos, diss tracks to the police that he has made, right? Now, we're going to talk about how his Roland Martin interview, though, almost cost him a comeback with one question, because that's the gist of this whole video. But I want to give y'all the background of what happened, who he is, and I want to play for y'all this lemon pound cake video that we about to get into, because it is catchy. I ain't gonna lie to you. I think I played it like twice, right? So let's get into the video, and y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments about it. Okay, let's do it.
The Adams County Sheriff kicked down my door. Then I heard the glass break. They found no kidnapping victims, just some lemon pound cake. Mama's lemon pound cake. It tastes so nice. It made the sheriff wanna put down his gun and cut him a slice. Of what? Of what? Lemon pound cake. He wanna put down his glide. Lemon pound cake. Trending on TikTok. Lemon pound cake. He's a family guy. Lemon pound cake. The munchies because he got hot. Lemon pound cake. Pound cake. He's a Adams County Sheriff. He's hungry and he's big as hell. He was sniffing for weed. Then he smelled another smell. What was that? Mama's lemon pound cake. It tastes so nice. It made the sheriff wanna put down his gun and cut him a slice. Of what? Of what? Lemon pound cake. He wanna put down his glide. Lemon pound cake. Trending on TikTok. Lemon pound cake. He's a family guy. Lemon pound cake. The munchies because he got high. Lemon pound cake. Pound cake. He sees my cake and my porno mag call boom boom. Something happened to his camera on the way to the evidence room. Mama's lemon pound cake. It tastes so nice. Make the sheriff wanna put down his gun and cut him a slice. Of what? Of what? Lemon pound cake. He wanna put down his glide. Lemon pound cake. Trending on TikTok. Lemon pound cake. He's a family guy. Lemon pound cake. The munchies because he got hot. Lemon pound cake. Pound cake. Lemon pound cake. He wanna put down his glide. Lemon pound cake. Trending on TikTok. Lemon pound cake. He's a family guy. Lemon pound cake. The munchies because he got hot. Lemon pound cake. Pound cake.
Oh my goodness. Okay. That was lemon pound cake, y'all. So that's one. That is one of the videos that the police, the 7 police officers in Ohio, Adams County, sued Afroman over. That goofy, funny diss video. Now, he made a plethora of others. He made about 5 other ones, right? I wasn't going to play some of the other ones because they do get a little vulgar, right? But one of them, he poked fun at one of the deputies that is a lady, and she just lost it. So that, I gave y'all the background on who Afroman is. We read the article. We just saw Lemon Pound Cake. One of the dudes, main dude in the video that kept looking at the cake when they was raiding his house, he's mad because he's talking about people calling him Lemon Pound Cake. It's a nickname, you know what I'm saying? And he said his kids getting teased at school and all of that. But let's look at Afroman on Roland Martin. And this is the meat and potatoes, okay, of this whole live. This almost cost Afroman his comeback. Let me share my screen with y'all and look at this. I already queued it up to the part that I want to show y'all when he was on Roland Martin's show, okay? And so I'm gonna just say this. I used to love Roland Martin, like his show, right? I used to love it. I used to watch his show once he used to come on TV. I used to watch Roland Martin. And then when he started his podcast, I used to watch him. But somewhere along the line, Roland Martin became too black. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he's a black man, right? I don't know if y'all get what I'm saying, but too much of a good thing is just overwhelming and just ridiculous, in my opinion, right? And so it's almost like they did this to Afroman, but they're doing this to other celebrities. There was an interview that Denzel Washington did, and this is how they're trying to get people that's making money, that is trying to make a comeback. All this is how they're going to take away the freedom of speech. And it's funny because he just won a defamation case because they tried to say he couldn't have his freedom of speech in his music video, right? As a diss to the police. But then they turned around and subconsciously on this interview tried to take his freedom of speech. So y'all lean in and listen to this question this young lady is about to ask Afroman that not only tripped him up, but almost cost him his comeback and indirectly trying to take his freedom of speech. And I'm gonna let y'all know what I think about it. Okay, let's get into it.
Becca.
So Afroman, you definitely are a legend, and you are now a meme in these internet streets. So thank you so much for supporting the First Amendment. That's extremely important.
You're welcome.
Because in this day and time, the First Amendment is under attack. So now I got to ask you my question. This president has been attacking the First Amendment. Does that change whether...
Now, y'all see where she about to go. Y'all see where she about to go. Okay. And I don't have a problem with discussing any political views and things like that, right? But let's just listen in, and I'm gonna talk about it.
Whether or not you support him, assuming that you supported him in the past.
Now, y'all see what she's saying. In the past, Afroman has supported Trump in the past. Let me see if I can find. Hold on, pause right there for a second. Let me see if I can find a photo of Trump and Afroman. Let me see if I can find images, because she says that he supported. Okay, here we go. All right. Now, y'all see how strategic this was, because he just posed with Trump for a photo. When did this happen? I'm gonna share it with y'all if it'll let me. All right, post for a picture the other day. What do you think? Okay, no, this was back in This was back in May 27, 2004. Okay, I'm gonna show y'all. I'm gonna show y'all after we finish listening to what it is that she has to say. Matter of fact, let me see if I could share. Okay, let's listen to what she finished saying, and then I'm gonna show y'all the picture of him posing with Trump, and I'm gonna see y'all gonna see how this question tripped him up and how they are using these tactics for celebrities now, or anybody who's trying to make a bag or make a comeback.
Believe it or not, I ran for president. I called it 2020 fro. I ran for president. I said weed. WEED shall overcome. I was running against him. I took a picture. You know, I'm a rapper and, you know, I'm a player. So it's all about publicity and running the numbers up and getting some more money. You know, I took a picture shaking his hand, but I was running against him. I don't, I don't support certain things so I don't support certain things he do. I don't like all his moves against black people. I don't like reinstating all of these Confederate situations. I got my, all his anti-black issues I got a problem with. I'll stand with him on getting the bathroom right. You know what I'm saying? This, that, but it's like this right here. Like I was running for president for me, I'm a politician, that's the politically correct white word. But
now, before in this interview, right, he spoke very clearly, very well. You understood exactly what he was saying. You see how when it gets to the question about do you support Trump or don't you, he ain't giving you a yes or no. He giving you a roundabout little pimp answer and everything like, well, I don't know, blah, blah. He doing all of that crazy mess tap dancing because he knows, just like anybody else that has any sense of awareness of what's going on in this generation, that if you say the wrong thing, you can get canceled just like that by the black culture. Okay, so he being very careful right now.
I'm a player, so I'm trying to make money and make deals with everybody. You know what I'm saying? A player ain't got no enemies. We go all make some money. Okay, all right. Now, so I'm Afroman. I'm the blackest man in the world. My name is my race, so I'm against all anti-blackness. I love you, but I love myself too. You know what I'm saying? So if you love me back, you wouldn't be doing nothing that'll hurt me or give me the short end of the stick. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you're supposed to love your neighbor like yourself and all that type of stuff. So I hope I'm not drifting away from the question.
I wish he would have. I wish he would have stayed on that love your neighbor as you do yourself. Right? He touched on it like briefly, like it flew right over, because a lot of people that has disdain for Trump really miss that part, right? They cannot have a conversation about Trump without crashing out, right? Or they cannot, if someone come to them and say, well, I don't agree with everything, but you should pray for the guy, because the Bible does say pray for your leaders. The Bible does say love your neighbor, even if you don't agree with them and you're like, no, he's doing this, this, and this. But if you are going to subscribe to Christianity, which a large population of people, if they don't have a faith system, most oftentimes people say, I'm a Christian, right? But you can't subscribe to Christianity, or you can't subscribe to picking that religion out of all of them without understanding that there are certain things in the Bible that speak on, even if you don't like the person, how you should conduct yourself. But he's trying to be careful, because this whole case right here is as big as Uncle Luke's case was. Remember when Luke took on the that's why we have parental discretion advised on CDs and stuff, because Uncle Luke, Luke nasty self back in the day, he took on a case too and won it, that says he could have freedom of speech and things like that in his music and all of that. And so this ain't the first time a rapper has won to be able to do parodies and freedom of speech and things like that. But this is the first time in this generation where this has happened with this particular man. And it's funny because he hasn't really had no big mega hit, not that I know of, since 2000. So now this whole case actually put him back in the spotlight, but he got to play the game with the black culture, because if he doesn't, he gonna find himself canceled as quick as this thing went viral, and all because of this one question that this girl is asking him, and that Roland is going to double down on. Let's get back into it. We almost done.
But I'm not with. What's the original question? I had a little medicine for the show.
Nah, he know the original question. He's just trying to find a political way of saying it, so that he cannot cancel himself out before he gets started.
The original question was, do you support Donald Trump?
Right now, I never liked his anti-blackness. you know, I should just, you know, whatever. I took a picture. Like I said, I'm a player, but like, I'm all about getting money. So
did you vote for him?
No. The reason why I didn't vote for him is because.
See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? How they do this? How they do this? I don't believe Afroman in this point. I believe he did vote for him. I believe he voted for him. Because what would be the point of taking the photo with him? And I'm going to show y'all the photo in a minute. But I believe he did vote for him. But because you have these extreme culture individuals like Roland Martin, Jamal Bryant, other little people, you know, that put culture over everything, if you step out of line, out of the culture box, they're going to cancel you. And he knows that this could be potentially really big for him as a comeback. So he got to be careful.
Because, you know, I should be a Republican because I make money. I make big money.
I know some rich ass Democrats.
But listen to me. He wanted to give police officers 100% immunity. That was my deal breaker with him. Before I can get my big Republican tax break, I need my black life. I can't get my tax break if I don't have my black life. And if he give police officers like them 7 people that was trying to sue me 100% immunity, I'm not going to have my black life. So the police officers...
That is some fool-on foolery. I don't agree that the police officer should get 100% immunity either, but I still think that if he would have went through with doing that, I still would have my black life. I believe that I would live, breathe, have my being, and exist outside of whatever he decided to do because I trust in Jesus. That's some, you know, and this is what people do that want to stay relevant in the black culture. They tap dance for people.
Was the deal breaker with me and Donald Trump because I'm a black man in America.
All right, then. And matter of fact, somebody actually sent me a text and they wanted me to ask the question. Rebecca already asked it. I just got 2 more questions for you. One, Fat Joe said yesterday's price ain't today's price.
All right, y'all, we done with that. So I just want to show y'all that real quick so y'all could see how that one question about Trump almost caught. He had to answer that question very strategically because if he did not, he would have got canceled. Okay, I'm gonna show y'all what they're talking about as far as the picture that he had with Trump. Okay, so can y'all see the screen? Let me see. Yeah. So this is the picture he had with Trump, right? This was back in 2024. Okay. 2024, he took a picture with Trump. Let me see if the picture gives any. It says Afroman and Donald Trump posed for a picture the other day. What do y'all think? First of all, I don't think nothing. He posed with Donald Trump. You know what I'm saying? This is why I believe he voted for the man. He just got to say what he got to say because he trying to make a comeback. And they tried to get him. And they did the same thing. I think Denzel Washington did an interview, and the guy that was interviewing him asked him his political affiliation and did he vote for Trump and things like that. And Denzel Washington was like, none of your business. He literally told the man, none of your business, right? And I think that was smart of him because that is what they are trying to do these days. The way they're going to get people with their freedom of speech is to find out if you are on this side or this side. If you want rock with Trump or if you don't rock with Trump. This is what they're using, these tactics, right? And so because Afroman, he played it politically correct on the interview, okay? But as y'all know, I just showed y'all, he posed for a picture with Trump back in 2024, but then he claims he did not vote for him because of the police full immunity thing. He said he lost them with that. Let me share a scripture with y'all real quick, and then I'm gonna be done with this topic. Let me share a scripture with y'all real quick. All right. Can y'all see it? Okay, there we go. Let me see. Share this with y'all real quick. Okay. Hold on, y'all. I'm sorry for all the movement, but I gotta make sure I have the scripture fully on the screen, and I don't believe I do. Hold on one second. All righty. Got it fully on the screen. Hold on. All right. Because I think this is what's going on in today's generation. And it's sad because the mere fact that you cannot there is no freedom of speech. Let's just be clear. Yes, I know Afroman just won his case, and I think that the whole case, he was supposed to win that case. Afroman should have won the case because I think it was very dumb for them to sue this man because they didn't like the names that he called them and the way that he expressed it through his music. Because none of them gave any money or anything towards fixing this man's house that they just raided and found nothing. Okay, they didn't apologize, they didn't do anything, right? And so they sued him, and then he ended up winning. So I think that this case was justified. But this is what is happening. When he went on Roland Martin, and I just played it for y'all, he had to be very strategic in the way that he spoke, because if he admitted that he rocked with Trump, he would have been canceled. And he has the opportunity right now, because his videos are blowing up, to have a comeback, because y'all know he has had a hit since 2000. So the Bible says in Isaiah 8:11-13. Okay, it says, do not call everything a conspiracy. We read in the Christian Standard Bible. Let's just do it. This is what's happening in this generation. Do not call everything a conspiracy that these people say is a conspiracy. Do not fear what they fear. Do not be terrified. You are to regard only the Lord of armies as holy. Only he should be feared. Only he should be held in awe. Okay, so the fact that I want to share that with y'all, because I feel like that's what they are doing in this generation to a lot of people who are artists, you have to go with the masses. It's like when they did the Grammys, okay, and Bad Bunny got up there and he was like Ice Out and all this other stuff. You know what I'm saying? You have to go with the masses in order for you to win the worldly bag, right? And so because Afroman knows that this is his time to make a comeback, he has to pick a side. And in the Roland Martin interview that I just showed y'all, he definitely picked a side. And his side that he decided to pick was the side of the Black culture. The side that he decided to pick was the side of not saying he didn't rock with Trump, but not saying he did. Like trying to stay neutral. But he's going to have to pick a side if he wants this to go further. And because he is an individual that I don't know his net worth or whatever, I believe he still does shows and travel and stuff like that. However, because he wants to run up a bag and he knows that this case actually put him in a bigger spotlight than he has been in some years, right? Because like I told you, that Cause I Got High song came out in 2000. It's 2026, right? So because he, was big in 2000 and now he's trying to stay relevant again, he gonna have to choose a side. And going on Roland Martin, he felt like, okay, well, I'm gonna get some exposure because Roland Martin's platform is kind of big. But what he wasn't expecting is for that girl to come on there and ask him the question of, so did you vote for Trump or did you not? I don't even see what that had to do with anything else. The girl before her asked, did he get his $400 back that the police stole from his house? That was valid. But then this girl follows it up with pick a side, the next girl. So it's just like, that's what's going on in this generation. You either going to be with the masses, or you either going to be with the people over here that's not the masses. That's the minorities, right? And if you are with the minorities, what comes with that is going to be people that's going to ridicule you, loss of family, loss of friends, people that's going to, they don't want you to think for yourself. They want you to be with the masses. You have to play the game in the culture and in the industry. And if you don't, you're out, basically. So that's my thoughts on it, y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. I hope y'all enjoyed all the videos that we saw, the pictures and things like that. If y'all love this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Shout out to the replay gang. Go ahead and comment in the comment section. I have been missing from y'all for a moment. I know I am pregnant, as some of y'all know or don't know. And so my levels of energy is up and down. I'm in my first trimester. And so once that passes in a couple of weeks, I should be able to put out a lot more content. But I'm going to try to press through and give y'all as much content as I can. But let me know if y'all like this video. Tell me what y'all think in the comments. I definitely love to interact with you all. Like this video, and most importantly, subscribe to the channel. Okay, I'll talk to y'all later. I love y'all so much. Have a happy, blessed Friday. Bye.